Hello, welcome back to the Southern Bourbon and Whiskey Talk channel. Today, I'm going to review a product that I just bought last week, the Peerless Double Oak, the 2022 release, and it was on one of my highly sought after bourbons for this year. So we're going to review that, but I also, as a part of this review, want to talk about something I'm going to do at the end of this month, since it's the end of the year. Is I'm going to do, like a lot of the whiskey tubers out there do, their whiskey of the year. So I just want to lay out some kind of rules of engagement and what I have under consideration, and bottles that I haven't tried yet that I've been meaning to open that I want to consider. All right, so my rules of engagement, I'm getting a retired military guy, and we have rules of engagement for our missions and what have you. So basically, any bottle that I own or I have that was a exclusive 2022 release, or a single barrel that was bottled in 2022 will be considered. Also, any other bottle that I've had this year that I've enjoyed will be under consideration. And on the 31st of January, maybe the 30th, depending on what I have going on, I'll do a blind tasting of only 5 of these products to determine what my whiskey of the year is, and I'll rank them in order 1 to 5. So right now, under consideration is the Jack Daniel's Hero Selection. It was a 2022 exclusive single barrel pick, and I really did enjoy that. So it's under consideration. I'm not saying this is going to be in my blind 5, but it's going to be in my consideration. And then the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. That was, it's a kind of a widely released bottle, but it was a new Jack Daniel's product in 2022, and I did really enjoy that product. And then the Maker's Mark Private Selects, the Ohio exclusives that I bought just a few weeks ago here, and I bought 2 of them, the Red Velvet and the Chai Latte. So I'm going to have them into consideration. They were both really, really good. And at the time, I leaned more toward the Chai Latte, but I'm going to go back and give them another try, and just give them a fair shake to see which one. It could be both as well, so we'll see. And then also the Whistle Pig 10-year rye. I really enjoy that product, so that'll be under. I know it's a general release, but again, in my rules, it's a bottle I enjoy. And then same thing, Four Roses Small Batch Select. I really enjoy it, so it'll be under consideration. And to your shock, I'm not throwing in Wild Turkey 101. Again, I love the Wild Turkey 101 for the price. It's the best bang on the market, in my opinion. But I'm not going to have it in consideration for my 2022 of the year. There was just some other products that I enjoyed. All right, so what do I have left that I want to open to determine what I like? Well, today, like I said, I'm going to do the Peerless 2022 Double Oak release, and we'll consider that. The Chattanooga Whiskey Malted Rye that I bought just last week down in Tennessee, I'm going to open that and give that a good consideration. Baker's 7. So that's a bottle I bought probably a month and a half ago on base here in Ohio, and the barrel was actually bottled this year, so that's under my consideration. Penelope Barrel Strength, batch 18. I'm not sure when that batch was bottled, but that's going to be under consideration. I want to open it. And then there's an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Distillery Tour exclusive that I obtained back in September down at Heaven Hill. I want to pop it open and give that a fair shake. And along with the Larceny Barrel Proof Distillery exclusive that we acquired and bottled that same day. So we're going to go through those. We're actually going to do it in videos over the next few weeks, and we'll consider which one I want to put in my top 5 blind for the year. All right, so before we get started and we actually crack open this Peerless Double Oak, I want to thank again my subscribers. I'm really appreciative for your support and everything. My channel is kind of small. I'm not high tech like a lot of the bourbon whiskey tubers out there. So I got some things I want to do in the next year, which I'll talk about in the future. But I'm really appreciative of my subscribers, all those that come out and watch. And my goal before the end of the year, I've got a little while to go, is to get to 100 subscribers. So if you're coming out here watching and you haven't subscribed, it takes just a second. There's no commitment, no money required, just to hit that subscribe button, and also smash the alert button so that you get notified of any of my content that I upload. Okay, and also I'll throw this out there as a incentive to possibly get you to consider subscribing to the channel, maybe spread it to your friends. All 5 of my samplings that I have for Bourbon of the Year, I will random one of my subscribers at that time on before the 31st, and I'll announce who that individual is, and I will get you out some of those 5 samples if you subscribe. So that's just a little incentive. All right, so like we always like to stay hydrated. It helps you with your bourbon consumption, if you would. So I need to go over here real quick. Hang on just a minute. All right, I'm back. So to get my infinity bottle, because we haven't cracked this Peerless Double Oak yet. So again, just a few things about it off the bottle. It's the 2022 release, and it's a distillery exclusive. It's kind of hard to find. I think they've gotten out to some of the stores in Kentucky, possibly. So this one's 109.1 proof and everything. It is a small batch product. It is non-chill filtered, which is awesome. So basically what comes out of the bottle, or the barrel rather, goes into the bottle. So that's really good. And it's strictly sweet mash. Okay, so it's strictly sweet mash. No water added. Like I said, it's just straight out of the barrel. And it's barrel proof. So this is, I really hope this is delicious stuff and it lives up to all the expectations that I have. Okay. Also, to me, this doesn't factor in whether I buy a bottle or not, but the bottle is pretty cool looking, right? So it's very unique, and it has a wooden top, cap, what have you. So that is pretty cool, right? So let's give it a fresh pop. All right, good deal. So, oh boy, just right off of the nose there, it smells really, really good. Okay, so let's give us a little pour. Of this Peerless Double Oak, and then we're going to put a shot glass pour into our infinity bottle. All right. So there we go. Let's set that aside, our infinity bottle. And then let's get into the Peerless Double Oak, see what we think about it. I'll give you an honest opinion on it. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this before in my last video when I mentioned that I had bought it and found it. It's not a cheap bottle by no means. So I paid $134 for it at the distillery. I've heard some other people getting it like at places in Louisville, like Justin's House of Bourbon, for less than that. So, but I just saw it and decided I wanted it and everything. So I jumped on it, right? So let me clear my palate a little more. And then let's get into this Peerless Double Oak. All right. Cheers to everyone, and good health, and to all of the Southern Bourbon and Whiskey Talk nation out there. All right. Oh boy, on the nose, that is just delicious. Definitely not alcohol stringent at all. The oak hits you, which you kind of expect on a double oak product. All right. And back on the nose, there is just a little hinge of alcohol, but you kind of expect it out of 109.1 proof, right? So I get like some rich caramel, like dark chocolate on it, all right? And like some creme brulee, so it's really good. So, and then, boy, the color, I'll stick it up here if you can look at it. Boy, that is like a really dark, it's kind of like a, what I would describe as like a burnt brown sugar toffee color. So they really did an excellent job on this. And the distillery, you know, I chatted with them a little bit when I bought it, and they're very nice folks down there. Another reason the product's a little more expensive is because they are a craft distillery. So they're not a big, huge, mass-produced distillery like your Old Forester or your Jack Daniels. So they're a craft distillery. So they did tell me, and I asked them what is the age on this product, and they said around 7 years when you factor in the initial barreling and the barreling into a new charred oak barrel and everything. So just 7 years. So man, I'm really looking forward to this on the palate, you know, so it adds to that experience. All right. Oh, again, cheers, Southern Bourbon Whiskey Talk. Boy, that is amazing. Then I got, like, on that first taste, I got vanilla bean. So that's definitely different than vanilla. Kind of like, you know, your what you'd make a vanilla pudding with or something. So I got like vanilla bean. Oak, definitely there are some good strong oak presence. Chocolate, but it wasn't quite like the dark chocolate like I mentioned on the nose. It was more of a milk chocolate there, and I'm still getting it. The viscosity and the mouthfeel is really good, and the finish is long, so I'm still getting a lot of that chocolate, that vanilla, and that oak right there, right? So, you know, the Kentucky hug, it is there, but it's not crazy. So, you know, this is 109.1 proof, but I'd be honest with you, it doesn't really drink like 109.1 proof. So it's a very easy drinking product, right? So let's give this another try before I give you my kind of final decision. Man alive, that is very good. And I've got some bourbons left to test, whiskeys left to test, and others to think about. But I'm telling you, this is big time in consideration for going into my blind test for the bourbon of the year. God, that is delicious. That is a dessert bourbon if I ever had one, I will tell you. It's very, very good. And, you know, I would kind of, you know, for the price, it is a little pricey. You know, I would definitely, but it is a craft distillery and everything. And then if you compare it to some other double oak products out there, like there's many of them, Woodford Double Oak is probably the most famous one. And that's about I think usually a $55 bottle. So this is more than double that. But I'm going to tell you, the experience is more than double better than that. And again, I'm not knocking Woodford Double Oak because it is awesome. I've had that bottle quite a few times. But the experience on this one is out of this world. And then Old Forester 1910, that's another double oak product. And again, you know, to me, Woodford Double Oak and the Old Forester 1910 product is very close. This just smashes that. You know, I'm telling you. So, you know, my bottom line on this, if you get to the distillery and they have this and you have an opportunity to get it, or you see it at one of the stores in Kentucky or in downtown Louisville, whatever, get it. You know, this purchase, $134, I am not disappointed in it. So it is really good, and it's going to be highly in my consideration to go in my top 5. Man, that is an oak milk chocolate vanilla bean bomb. That's the best way I can explain what I'm tasting right now. And it just coats your mouth. And the finish is long. You know, that Kentucky hug is there, but it's not crazy for the proof level you're talking about. So, you know, I would say if you've looked at this and you've considered the Peerless Double Oak, it's a buy. You know, in my opinion, if you like Woodford Double Oak or you like the Old Forester 1910, you're definitely going to like this, especially if you don't mind products over 100 proof, because, you know, Old Forester 1910, if I remember correctly, I think is about 93 proof, if I remember. And then Woodford Double Oak, I think is 90.4. So it is more than double the price, but the experience blows that out of the water. So if you like those, you'll love this. So go get it. All right. So until next time, next week, actually, I plan around Tuesday or Wednesday to come in here, and we're going to do the Penelope Barrel Strength batch 18, and I may even blind it up against, not blind it, but also sample it against another barrel strength product I have to get a waggle on it, if you would. And then at the end of the week, I want to do my Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Distillery exclusive that I got, and see what we think about that. Man, there's just a lot of stuff that I've bought. I'm very happy with. I may not have the large extravagant collection some of the other whiskey tubers out there, and I'm not knocking them, but I am new to this. I've only had the channel going for about 3 or 4 months, and as far as my bourbon collection, really getting serious only since probably early summer. So you know, so no knock on them, but you know, what I bought and what I have, I'm very happy with and everything. So I have a lot of good stuff to choose from. All right, my friends. So until the next time, thank you. Cheers. And again, remember to subscribe. I'm going to be randoming off my 5 Bourbon of the Year products that I'm sampling. So get involved in that and smash that alert button. All right, until next time, my friends, cheers, good health.